Well, yes, filler words are good for you, but of course, filler words are not good for your audience. It is highly distractive. Wait, what? Ishani, don't tell us it was a clickbait. No, 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 no. It was not a clickbait. In this particular video, I'm going to tell you why and how filler words are good for you and on what circumstances these are bad. So watch this video till the end and you will have all your questions answered. So we are guilty of using filler words. All of us, even the greatest public speakers, well established speakers whom you love watching and listening to, even they use a lot of filler words while speaking. In fact, I might be using filler words in this particular video as well. And did you know, as per the Toastmasters.org's research, on an average, a person uses 9 filler words per 150 words. So if you are speaking 150 words in a minute, you might be using 9 filler words. And as per another research, a great well established speaker uses 1 filler word, whereas an average speaker uses about 5 filler words per minute. But why exactly filler words good? That is what your video title says. Isn't it distracting? Yes, it is highly distracting if we are using a lot of filler words time and again. A few filler words is actually good because it makes us feel natural. It makes us sound less scripted and more authentic in our speech and presentations. But it gets very distracting if we are using a lot of filler words in every sentence after every few seconds. And it usually happens when we are not prepared well. Secondly, if we are very nervous. So, why filler words are good for us? Because it helps us to know that we are nervous. And secondly, it helps us to know that we are going too fast. Usually, if a person is speaking too fast, because he or she might be nervous, this person will go on speaking with quite a lot of filler words and even repeating a few words like, I am hesitant to speak, or I was not ready to speak. These are the repetitions. These are also very distracting. This also can be categorized under fillers. And thirdly, why it is good? Because, and this is the most important reason, it helps us to know that we are not prepared well. So we need to go back and practice more so that we are confident with our content. We know what we are speaking. But having said that, filler words are highly distractive if we are using it a lot in front of our audiences. Our audiences will get really distracted, annoyed by these many filler words. And this problem can be solved if we try and practice to reduce the number of filler words that we are using in our sentences. So I'm giving you the first step to know how you can actually start improving upon your fluency by reducing the number of filler words in your speech or presentation. So, the first thing that you need to do is measure the number of filler words that you might be using in your speech or presentation. The first method that you can use to count the number of filler words that you might be using is the tally method. You might in your school have done this tally thing, right? Counting with the tallies. So, what you need to do is, as you are speaking, ask a friend or a family member to count using the tally method. Even you can do it yourself if you don't have any family member or friend available at the moment. So you can do it yourself, have a notebook ready with you and start doing the tally method. It is the simplest way that you can use to measure the number of filler words that you might be using. The second most popular method to count the number of fillers that you might be using is the clap method. You might have read or even heard about this method because it is highly popular. Again, you basically ask a friend to clap each time you are using a filler word. But I prefer the tally method more because first, you don't need anybody else to do that for you. And secondly, you actually get the real picture of how many filler words exactly you are using, unlike the clap method. So, this is the step one, knowing the number of filler words. That is when you can cut down on your filler words with each practice. Go ahead and get going with this first step. After you do this, I'll be coming up with another part, another video where I'm going to share with you the next steps to avoiding filler words in a speech or a presentation. So stay tuned for that video and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.